Hi there, my name is Ichihong and I went on exchange to Yonsei University in the spring semester of 2018. Why I chose Seoul? Well, because it strikes the perfect balance between East and West, offering both unique traditions and culture to learn from, but at the same time being open and welcoming to the Western influence. South Korea also has a very interesting history, which, in the light of the political events involving its neighbor Korea, has become especially exciting. But before we dive deeper into what Seoul has to offer you, let's make clear that this video will focus on my impressions of Seoul Yonsei University and Asia in general, rather than outlining the details of application processes and so on. There are plenty of study abroad essays that can provide you with that information with much more accuracy. So let's get started. We will start at looking at the university itself, dorm rooms, and your university and social life over at Yonsei. Yonsei is one of the top 3 universities in South Korea, and given the competitive environment there, that means a lot. However, as an exchange student from Maastricht, you will most likely not have any issues with following the material, even more so if you pick exchange courses rather than regular courses. I followed 3 regular ones and 2 exchange student-only courses, and I would definitely recommend you to tailor your course schedule to getting the most days off, as it will give you more time to explore Seoul and occasionally travel. Be aware that as beautiful as the campus is, it is also big, which means that getting from one class to another sometimes requires a 15-minute walk across campus. However, especially when springtime comes around, the campus will turn into a breathtaking, colorful garden right in front of you. If that doesn't satisfy your cravings for a bit of nature within the city, you also have Ansan Mountain, basically in your backyard. It offers an easy and relaxing hike starting only 5 minutes away from your dorm, with an amazing view across Seoul and its impressive landscape. Now, as I mentioned the dorm, for accommodation, I stayed in a double room at SK Global Dorm, which is one of the 2 dormitories for internationals, and would definitely recommend everyone to do the same. It is the easiest and cheapest option to stay in the dorm, and it comes with many advantages. You will have a supermarket, some restaurants and cafes right in the dorm plaza. The majority of international students will stay there as well, which makes it easy to meet up and go out. Also, the so-called curfew does not apply to this dorm. Come and go whenever you like, and no one will bat an eye. Unfortunately, you will not be able to have guests over in your room, but luckily for you, the good parts of life in Seoul all take place outside of your home. This leads us to the various activities you can do outside of your studies. First off, the food. There's an unimaginable abundance of great restaurants and cute, hip cafes in every area of Seoul. This is no exaggeration. If you're looking for a great food scene and enjoy cafe hopping, this is the place for you. We're speaking everything from hipster coffee shops to raccoon cafes, you name it. If shopping is more your type of thing, then you should be prepared to spend a lot of money. The continuous sales promotions that keep coming your way can just not be ignored. Also, since Yonsei University is at the heart of Sinchon District, with Hongdae student area and shopping paradise Myeongdong only a heartbeat away, there will be plenty of opportunities for yourself to lose yourself in surprise shopping sprees. There are many other activities that you can do in your free time apart from eating out and shopping, although that's what I did 80% of the time. This includes going to a jjimjilbang, a Korean sauna or bathhouse, that's open 24/7 and it's just the perfect thing after midterm exams, or maybe even after a night out to rewind and recharge. If you're interested in gaming, Korea is known for its PC cafes or PCbangs, which offer you the state-of-the-art setup paired with the fastest internet in the world. Definitely a must-try experience in my opinion. If you're just looking to book tickets to a concert there, you can't argue about the internet speed. Finally, going out in Seoul. You have many options. First, the most relaxed area close to Yonsei University, Hongdae. Filled with students looking for tables in crowded bars and restaurants, this area caters to the younger audience and will not break your wallet each time that you go. Plus, it's easy to walk home from there, and you can even do some late night shopping in the area. Second, you have Itaewon, which is the city center and targets the international people residing in Seoul, mostly expats but also international students like you will be. This area is definitely pricier than Hongdae, as it has an older clientele, but also offers better clubs and a greater variety of foods. Finally, you have Gangnam, which is basically the rich people area of Seoul, home to one of the world's best clubs, the Octagon, which you've probably heard of before. Look out for special events in order to avoid overpaying, but as far as exclusive and luxurious club experience go, this is the place to be. Definitely great for birthdays and special occasions. I mentioned South Korea's history earlier, so let's talk about the cultural activities available in Seoul. There are the great palaces which you can visit during your stay, and while you're at it, make sure to wear the Korean traditional clothing, hanbok, when you go. It is not only a fun experience, but will also save you the entrance fee to the palaces. Rentals are as cheap as $10 and they are definitely worth it. Also, the first and second palace are in close vicinity to Insadong area, which is the old town of Seoul, where traditional Korean houses line the streets and unique handcrafted arts and souvenirs are sold in every shop. Take a stroll along these streets in your hanbok and you'll feel as if you went back in time. There are also many museums in the city center, but the War Memorial and Museum would be my number one recommendation. You can learn about Korea's extensive history and it's all for free. If you pair this with a visit to the DMZ, so the North Korean border, it will give you a good impression of the things that have shaped the Korean society and economy in the past decades. Finally, I'm sure you are interested in the travel destinations that you can easily reach from Seoul. In my time in Korea, I traveled to Busan, Taipei, Shanghai, and Hong Kong, Tokyo, Kyoto, and Osaka. And after the semester ended, I managed to visit Vietnam, Singapore, and Malaysia before returning back to Germany. Because it's so far up north in the Asian continent, it is harder to visit Southeast Asia and do excessive traveling if you compare it, for example, with Singapore and Hong Kong for exchange destinations. However, being in Seoul puts you very close to Japan and Taiwan, which are both impressive countries that give you so much. I didn't even feel the need to travel a whole lot more after my exchange ended. Japan is definitely my favorite place that I've visited, and I would suggest you to spend some time on exploring Japan thoroughly if you can. But I will let the video speak for itself now.
어렵은 게 이거 진짜 쉽게 하는 거야.
어서 와. 방탄은 처음이지? 어서 와. 방탄은 처음이지? 4 세대 5 세대 그럼 난 6포가 좋으니까 6포 세대 어른과 어른들의 의지가 없다면 우리 쌍수식처럼 내려와 우리도 전에 충격되는 enemy 벌써부터 고개 숙여 energy You know I need some feeling 나보다 예뻐 Can I get a little bit of hope? From the top to the get walk go
This is it. So, the semester was all in all an amazing time, and I would spend it in Korea again if I could. The Korean people and their culture have put my own views and beliefs in perspective, and I would 100% recommend Yonsei University in Seoul as an exchange destination if you're looking for a multifaceted, easygoing yet fast-paced lifestyle that keeps you on your feet and looking forward to get out of bed every single day to have more of it. If you want to live in a city that never ceases to amaze you with its endless things to do, go to Seoul. I'm willing to bet that you will love it just as much as I did. That's it, that's the end of the video. If you have any further questions, don't hesitate to contact me using any of these channels. I'd love to help you out and answer your questions. Until then, I wish you the best of luck with your studies and you're making your decision. Bye bye!